So good afternoon, Leonardo Capitiano. You're CEO of Vivae Capitiano Stefano and president of the Association of Ornamental Nursery Growers. And it's called the ANVE. My Italian is, of course, not that great. How do you pronounce it in Italian?
We pronounce ANVE.
ANVE, okay. And where does it stand for?
It's Associazione Nazionale Vivaisti Esportatori.
Yeah, look at that. So that's impressive. And next to that, you are also a member of the working group of the GreenTech Innovation Awards. So I'm very happy to have an interview with you today. And I just wanted to start with, how are you and your family doing?
Oh, thank you for the questions. Fortunately, we are fine, and because we are from south of Italy, and here in south of Italy, the situation about coronavirus is not terrible like in the northern part of Italy. So fortunately, we are pretty fine.
Good to hear. So, and what is the current status of your business, your nursery?
The stage is not the best because the sales are less than 20% of normal average in this period. Because of course in Italy the plant shop, flower shop can be open, but as you can imagine, the people can't go out and they are limited. And so that's why the sales are less than 20%. Unfortunately, this is the situation for all the Italian market.
No, Italian market. And how are you? Well, if you look at that, what is the biggest impact right now in that perspective?
The biggest impact is the problem with the production, because our production, like every nursery in the world, it's not forever. So you need to maintain, you need to sell in exactly the right period, and that's why if we can't sell in the right week, in the right month, we have to destroy the biggest part of the production. This is the same problem in all the nurseries in the world.
Yeah, and it does happen. You have to destroy at this moment. Yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately, yes. Especially who produce flower plant, bedding plant, for example. In my company, we produce plant for gardening, outdoor plant. So for us, it's a little bit easier. We can avoid to destroy it just now. We can wait a few weeks more. But who produce, for example, begonia or phalaenopsis or something like that, they are already destroying the plant.
Yeah. Oh, what a waste! What a pity. And what should be the first responses, in your opinion, with this crisis? How should you respond as a grower?
How? It's a nice question. We can only wait, but we are able to wait because who produce plant who know how to wait.
Okay.
Yeah, but what else? We can control cost, of course, cost income. We can stop the workers, or we can reduce the worker level till the minimum, of course, but we can't avoid completely. And some of us, we are trying to find a new sales in new sector, for example, e-commerce or something like that.
So, and well, if you look at the e-commerce, you told me a little bit about it already in our pre-meeting. Can you tell us more about what you are doing at this moment on e-commerce site?
Yeah, we are developing a new e-commerce dedicated to plant and gardening. Probably seems to be the the best e-commerce in Italy, because we are trying to sell more than 3,000 different items.
3,000?
Yeah, 3,000.
Okay.
2,000 of that, 2,000 of that will be only plants, and less than 1,000 we will sell accessories and every kind of stuff you need in your gardening hobby.
Okay, so it's both plants for gardening, but it's also plants like, let's say, pot and bedding plants, also for in a house.
Yes, exactly. We will sell indoor plant, outdoor plant for gardening, for your terrace, and we are trying also to develop a new concept. We can project a terrace for you, and we can send you all the product together, like a Lego, no?
Okay.
You
So
can
you
just
can
mount it.
build your own garden or your own balcony, and you can provide all the products directly, and you have it in the house or in the garden in this this idea. Oh, that's really nice. So it's for consumers, but it's also business to business related. How do you
No, this is
set it up?
what we are looking for. It's only for consumer.
Only for consumers.
Yeah, because business to business, especially in Italy and especially in our kind of industry, we produce plant for landscape and for garden center, not for the rest of the, for example, supermarket or something, or some big chain. We don't like to use e-commerce for business to business. We don't use. But for the consumer, I think it will be the best future. If you see the forecast for e-commerce dedicated to business to consumer, they promise the best forecast. So yeah, that's why we are looking for this.
So you're building for the future.
Yeah. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, we have a lot of free time because we don't have to manage a lot of sales and loading. So we can dedicate time to this kind of project. We can't stop because we love to work. We love to manage things. We love to speak with people. So we can't avoid, and we can't stay just seated on this chair.
No, you're right. You're right, and you stay an entrepreneur. That's for sure. Also with these e-commerce activities. So if you look at how can growers stick to each other? How can they help each other? Are you reaching out to each other? Can you tell a little bit more about that? Yes,
during every kind of crisis, normally the people try to stay closer than normal. That's why also in the industry now we are spending a lot of time, not closer physically, but thanks to the technology, we can stay closer. For example, like now I'm in Puglia, you are in the Netherlands, so but we look like closer. And we can and we want to be closer, to try to organize the future production better, and also the future sales, because only together we can fight with this kind of problem. If we remain far from each other, we can't.
So how do you do that? Do you have like regular meetings with all the nurseries?
Yes, every week we organize a meeting, an online meeting with our
members?
partner members, and but we are open also to the other people, to other entrepreneurs from the industry, also who is not a member of this association, and we are spending also a lot of time to speak each other with the other associations. So just to be more updated, and also to try to find a new solution to propose to the government. This
Okay.
is how we are spending time.
So really, yeah, seeking for each other's strengths and making use of that. And so you have regular meetings with the associations and with your members, as just said. Do you see another development in that? So when you started with these meetings, I can imagine in a sort of survival way. How can we cope with what is happening now with the COVID? And if you look now, we are in this situation for quite some weeks. Do you see other developments? Do you see, let's say, more light at the end of the tunnel?
It's hard to find more light at the end of this terrible tunnel, because most of the people are without enough money. I spend all my energy to be more lighter than normal, just to share this positive point of view to all the people. Because, for example, I try to think that probably at the end of this quarantine, most people, the consumer, they need to spend time and also money for their home, their house. Because, for example, now people probably in the near future, they can't go out for vacation. For holidays, so probably they will try to spend more money and more time to their garden, to their terrace, and in every kind of things for themselves. Okay, this is my forecast, and this is what we are trying to share with the colleagues. So I try to speak with the Garden Center Association, for example, to find to develop new projects for the consumer. So yeah, there's a lot of idea, and probably, like Einstein said, thanks to the crisis, we can find a new solution, because the crisis push you to find a new solution. And yeah, probably we will take some of that from the chest, and we will see.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope that, and indeed trust that. So, circling back a little bit to the GreenTech, you are of course aware of what GreenTech is, and with all the technologies for production of ornamentals and vegetables in place. Do you think there will be a big demand for more automated growing systems?
Oh yes, absolutely yes. Because if I think about the new rules for the people, no, because we need to be more far from each other, and we need to work and live in a more safety place. For sure, automation it will be the right answer. I can imagine every kind of stuff who help you to move the product and to prepare the product. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And are you already taking measurements yourself in that perspective?
Yes, it's on my plan to do something like that. Fortunately, here the company in Italy, especially, we are not like a Dutch company or a British company. Here we have more space. So it means the people can stay in more space for each of them. They can stay in more space. But for sure, we will use new rules and new measures to work. Yeah.
And how can companies in Italy support each other in that perspective?
We are trying to discuss about that, but till now we don't have a solution. For sure, we have to be careful about truck driver, because they are probably the more dangerous. I can use this word.
As they bring in the diseases, you mean, or in which perspective?
In general, yeah, especially about this kind of disease, because I think if it's happened now, it will happen again. So we need to be safe and careful about that. About every people who have contact with other people, with different people in only one day.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to control who arrive here in the morning and left the place in the afternoon, because they work in the same place for all days. But it's quite difficult to control, for example, the driver or the sailor, this kind of people in the company.
Yeah.
We need to be especially careful about this point. Yeah, we will find the solution also thanks to the national system, because the national health system will say us exactly
what you have to do and how you can, well, and then you have to decide with ANVE how to implement it actually to all the nurseries. Okay, and well, we have GreenTech in October this year. How would you say GreenTech can have a positive effect on the sector?
I think after this terrible moment, we need to go out. So we need to to find new ideas. We need to meet people, in safe, of course. But for sure, I think for sure it will be a nice event, because everybody, we need to go out and to feed our brains. So absolutely. I have a nice prospect.
Yeah, good to hear. Well, thank you so much, Leonardo, for sharing your insights with the GreenTech community. And well, I'm wishing you and your family all the best. And I look forward to seeing you, of course, in October in person. Okay, thank you.
I hope to, and thank you very much. Thank you to everyone. Bye bye, and stay safe.
Okay, yes, you too. Bye bye. Ciao.
Ciao.